Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another home gym video. In today's video, guys, we're talking about why you don't need Rogue or high-end fancy equipment to have your home gym. So this might sound a little bit hypocritical as I stand here with a bunch of Rogue stuff behind me, but this is something that I've learned over the years of having a home gym, especially starting out. If you're just building one for the first time, you don't need to spend a ton of money. You don't need to have a lot of high-end stuff. I think it actually makes a lot of sense to do the opposite and then sort of upgrade more over time. So I feel like it's easy to get sucked in to like a lot of the videos that we kind of make, right? Different people around the community, especially, Coop was a big proponent of Rogue back when his channel was blowing up. And it's kind of the same with anything, right? It's the same with anything. Yeah, it's nice to have nice stuff, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, especially when it comes to a gym where it's like, when you're in the middle of an intense workout, you don't care if, you've got 400 pounds on your back, if the label says Rogue or not. At the end of the day, all that matters is it's something that can allow you to get the work done, get it done safely. And then if you, really want to keep at it and you want to invest more into the home gym and you really love it, then that's something you can do more so over time. I think that's what makes sense for most people. I wouldn't go as far to say as it's a problem. People, talking about, the next big thing, it's kind of like what we all get sucked into, right? Because it's fun, it's exciting, it's something we're all interested in. For most of us, we're heavily invested in it, right? But the biggest thing that I've learned kind of over time is, okay, sure, the nice stuff is nice, but tone it down and use the stuff that you have for a while before you start, expanding. So I kind of, again, going back to me because it's, my personal experience, but going back to what I did is it was different during COVID too, right? Because you couldn't get stuff and, you kind of had to plan everything out in advance and order it like 8 months in advance. So it's like, you had this idea of what your entire gym would look like and then you kind of just would order stuff. It's not like now where you can get something that comes in like a week or two, like normal. Still way more expensive, but the ordering times and the supply, is there at least. So I think that's what makes the most sense. And that's definitely something that I would have done. Looking back on it, if you just start out with a squat rack, right? That's going to allow you to squat, bench, deadlift. All you need is a barbell and plates. You do that for a bit and then, see what you actually need. What are you actually missing? Can you actually do your entire, most of your workout just with that? And then it's such a light investment. Maybe you still want to go to a cheaper gym a couple times a week or something like that, or you want to go outside and do cardio for the rest of your workouts. So it's one of those things, again, it's like personal preference. I mean, it's what you, it's what you want to do with your money at the end of the day. But the other thing is there's also a lot of other companies out there. I found a lot of them, especially in Canada, where we can save on the import fees, shipping fees, taxes, conversion rates, because the dollar is so bad in Canada right now compared to the States. There's a lot of local companies, and there's probably local companies to you guys that maybe you haven't seen or heard about that'll, you can save a lot on shipping or maybe even go pick stuff up. And stuff like that makes a huge difference. And also the marketplace is kind of back together now. I've seen it a lot even in my area, and I don't live in a highly populated area, but we're starting to see the gym equipment come back. So you can get those deals. You can get that used equipment still higher than what it was back in, pre-COVID. But, a lot of people bought a lot of workout equipment, during that time. And now, they're either getting sick of it or it's the typical thing, where people buy stuff, around New Year's and then sell it at like early spring before the summer. That was typically always around the sweet spot of when to buy stuff. We're starting to see that again now as people move back into their gyms, get out of working out in their homes. So for those of us that want to be in the home gym space and want to stay here, it's starting to get back to, we can find stuff used in Marketplace, Kijiji, whatever the Americans use, I forget, Craigslist. We're starting to see some good deals pop up there now and then, and the odd time you'll get a good one. So, I mean, you should always be around those kind of sites if you're looking for, the best deals on used equipment and that kind of thing. I would definitely suggest, plates are probably the best bang for your buck, especially with the prices now. I recently priced out, okay, so I have 675 pounds of Rogue machined Olympic weight plates. Sounds like a lot, but that's only 10 45, so 5 45s per side. and then one set of each plate smaller than that. One set of 35s, one set of 10s, one set of 5s, one set of 2.5s, and one set of 25s. So for all of that shipped to my door, I believe it was still expensive. It was like $2,300. It was not cheap. But to do it now, it's almost $6,000. I don't know why, but it's, it's jumped up like 3 times the price. Maybe that's a Canada thing. Maybe that was just a weird shipping day for Rogue or something where it cost, 40 times as much. But I reached out to them too. I emailed them and I said, like, why, I'm not looking at buying anything, but like, why are the cost of plates so much more? And they wrote back and he just said, it's all the stuff that we know when we talk about it. He said, it's inflation, it's demand, it's supply. It's the dollar, Canada, American, whatever. So all those things were a huge factor. So buying plates brand new, especially these days, doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, unless you can find them for a good deal, or maybe if you only, need a set of 300 pounds or whatever, just to get going. It's, I've never actually loaded up 600 pounds or even, 500 I've done rack pulls, but 600, no. But I wanted to just buy all my stuff. I wanted to buy at once and be done with it. So I got to work up to that 675 pound deadlift. One day we'll get there, but yeah. So I think that makes the most sense. And I think it's a big mistake, or not even a big mistake. It's just like people see these videos and I do it too. It's like, oh man, if I just had that, if I just had that Rhino belt squat, if I just had that, the Rep Fitness Aries thing, if I just had that, $4,000 cable machine, I get such better workouts and like be in such better shape. It's not really the case. I mean, it's cool to have the new stuff, but like if you don't have that self kind of drive to work out with what you have, in my opinion, you're never gonna get there with just buying nicer equipment. It's not gonna do the job for you. I've definitely done that probably with some of the stuff that I have in here. Is thinking I'm gonna use this all the time, it's gonna help, and then sometimes it doesn't. And usually you can turn around and sell that stuff. Like 100% the Rogue Scout Hyper, I bought all into that. I was like, oh, this is gonna fix my squat, because I'm like, whatever, I had some issues, and I was like, this is gonna be perfect for me. It's gonna help with my backgrounding and stuff like that, and make my core stronger, blah blah blah. These are just examples. I don't want you guys to call and be like, that's not actually what it's for. I'm just saying hypothetically. And I got it, and I didn't really like it, and it took up a lot of space, and I was like, man, yeah, totally missed the mark on that one. So, I mean, it's helpful to obviously, be well, like, researched on what you're buying, but also just being able to try it and know if you like it, goes a long way. So that's why you don't need Rogue equipment. That's why you don't need, Watson dumbbells or, a fully decked out Sorinex Alien Gym. Yeah. So you guys let me know what you think. Or do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to know either way down below in the comments. You want to see more videos? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next one, guys. Check it out.